like my really fake news writing. Like, I'm an anchor and therefore I'm writing. Hi guys, welcome to Sideshow Live. That's what news anchors do, right? They pretend to write and they like go beep 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 beep.
And they have their coffee.
And they have their coffee with a big donut on the side. Anyway, we have an awesome show for you guys today. We are going to be featuring Magneto and the Brotherhood of Mutants art print. We have a first look at the Hot Toys Road-Worn Thor, which we're going to unbox. Wow, that's my voice echoed back at me. So that happened. We have a feature on the Batman Legendary Scale figure with guest Zach Rohn. He is back on the show. We didn't scare him so badly that he didn't come back. So hopefully we'll do that this time. We are unboxing the Wolverine Sixth Scale figure as well as giving the exact one that we unboxed. We're going to be giving it away. So if you go to sideshow.com/live contest, you can enter for your chance to win the exact Wolverine that we unbox on the show. It is going to be awesome. Once again, we will be doing a live Q&A at the end with Chicky and Peter and Kitty, who are all in the chat channels. So that's exciting. So be sure to be talking to Chicky in Facebook, Peter in YouTube. Kitty is obviously in the room who will be shouting things out to me and Zach that you can ask live. And we'll be doing some live giveaways during the Q&A segment at the end. So that's super exciting. Whew. That's just the intro, guys. We are moving on to Featured Collector. Our Featured Collector this week is Mark Rivera. What does he have? I haven't looked yet.
He has Star Wars, Boba Fett.
Ooh, Boba Fett.
He has a Snowtrooper, and he also has...
He has a lot of Star Wars. He has Saruman, like the PF with the... Oh, that's so good. It looks so good. So congratulations to Mark Rivera. Thank you for sharing your awesome collection with us. If you would like to be a featured collector on this show and in our blog, go to sideshow.com/blog and click the Apply Now button. Again, we love seeing what you have. We love seeing how you display it. And you can submit big collection, small collection, mixed collection. We want to see it all. So thank you, Mark Rivera, for sharing your collection with us. News this week. Well, this morning, Kitty went bonkers crazy because the Annihilation trailer dropped, the first teaser for this new sci-fi movie from like one of Kitty's favorite books of all time. I now have to read this book to understand why it's so exciting. But it looks really cool. It's like a biological weapon type of science fiction or biological expedition. But the cast is like Gina Rodriguez, Tessa Thompson, Oscar Isaac, Natalie Portman, Benedict Wong. Like, it's such a crazy cool cast. So that's what hooked me, and now I want to read this book. So it comes out in February. The book is also called Annihilation. Who's the author?
Jeff Vandermeer.
Jeff Vandermeer. So guys, go read that. You have a lot of other fans in here, as you can see. So there you go. Woohoo! We have been following Ron Howard on Instagram like religiously because Ron Howard has been posting so many pictures from the upcoming Han Solo pick. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, I learned that apparently Emilia Clarke wrapped this week, which also explains why she bleached her hair because I follow her on Instagram. It's crazy what you learn about people just by following them on Instagram. I'm like, oh, she wrapped Han Solo and then bleached her hair. So, like, we're buds now, right? Right, Emilia Clarke? Right? Anyway. Also, he posted an amazing picture with Donald Glover where we were talking about how much Donald Glover just looks like Lando. And that was the first time we got really, really, really excited about like holy wow, this movie's happening, you know, like Lando's back. So that was a really cool thing. Again, this is more Star Wars news. I feel like it's just going to be Star Wars news. Just like rolling out. So more in Star Wars news. Ryan Johnson posted today.
It looks like that was actually a few days ago.
Oh, so Ryan Johnson posted a few days ago that The Last Jedi's wrapping post or has wrapped post, and therefore it's like ready. Yeah, like that movie's happening. Oh my God. And of course, Mark Hamill's birthday was on Monday. So that was September 25th. And apparently he turned 66, which is a really dangerous number for a Jedi. So we'll Well, we all like Luke survives that whole thing, so we're good. So that's super, super exciting. Next week is New York Comic-Con, of course, which means we won't have this regularly scheduled show. Instead, we will be looking forward to meeting all of you who are going to make it out to the show, and also spreading the love across the internet with all of our amazing live streams, which start Thursday morning when the show floor opens. So that's 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. So you like West Coasters who are used to like your nice casual 11 a.m. stream, now you guys are going to have to get up and watch the stream at 7 a.m. Man in the chair has to get up early. I'm so sorry, man. It's so cool. So we really look forward to meeting all of you. We have an awesome crew going. We have an awesome crew staying behind to help out, and we love meeting you. So next week, New York Comic-Con, scavenger hunts for Court and for Sideshow. You can get a sweet Batman pin. So, yep, it's going to be amazing. Beyond that, Spooktacular's coming, so get ready. We have an out-of-the-box video to show you. That's all I'll say about that for now. Ask questions later. We have a whole Q&A for that. We will be coming back and talking about this gorgeous print behind me, the Magneto and the Brotherhood of Mutants art print. You're watching Sideshow Live. We will be right back. Hey everyone, welcome back. We are looking at the Magneto and the Brotherhood of Mutants art print. This is by Ian McDonald. It is limited edition to 300 pieces. It is hand numbered. The character roster that you're seeing on here is Mystique, Pyro, Juggernaut, Magneto, Blob, Sabretooth, and Toad. That's a lot of mutants in one print. You're going to get your fill of mutants. What
are they standing on top of?
A crushed Sentinel. Come on. Those are Sentinel hands.
I know.
What? Yeah, that's me being a Sentinel. Come here, mutants. I'm going to kill you. But anyway, this is a really amazing piece. It is a 24 by 18 inches fine art giclée print. It has an authorized automated pencil signature and embossed seal of authenticity. And pre-orders for the framed edition begin on Friday, September 29th between noon and 3 p.m. Pacific time. The print will be priced at $250 if supplies are available. Pre-order for the unframed prints will begin on Monday, October 2nd, same time, noon and 3 p.m. Pacific time, and it is priced at $90. But right now, if you go to our website, at sideshow.com/magnetoprint, we are giving one of these away, which is super exciting. We do it a lot with our art prints, and this one we are definitely excited to give away to one lucky winner. So go to sideshow.com/magnetoprint, and you can enter for your chance to win one before it pre-orders. But just so you know, framed edition pre-orders Friday, unframed edition pre-orders Monday. But go to the website, sign up for an RSVP, so you're the first to know when it goes on sale, and enter for your chance to win. It is super, super exciting. This is a gorgeous print. You want it in your collection. If you collect mutants at all, you are going to want this in your collection. Again, go to facebook.com/sideshowartprints, and that's how you get all the latest up-to-date news on all of the art prints in the program. They seriously announce first when something goes on pre-order, so that way you guys, if you follow the art print page, have a little bit of a head start. So facebook.com/sideshowartprints is amazing. We have another video to show you, and when we come back, we will be unboxing Road Worn Thor. That's exciting. You're watching Sideshow Live. We will be right back. I just pulled this and just started opening it because I was like, what? And I got very, very excited.
I like how the air was stuck in it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, they're like counting me down that I'm coming back live. And I'm like, oh, I started, hi. This is Road-Worn Thor from Thor Ragnarok. Now, I have to say this before we start unboxing it. This is a special first look at this figure. This is from Thor Ragnarok. The movie has not come out yet, so we know very little about the outfit or the scenes or what is in this box. I refused to look this morning just because I wanted to be like surprised and you guys can get my genuine reactions on camera. But I just need to say this in case, that way no one's upset. There could be spoilers. This is a possible spoiler alert. I'm going to say it one more time. Spoilers could happen right now. So now you can't say, I didn't warn you. There might be spoilers. So, if you're still around, let's take a first brand new look, like a very first look at something that we haven't seen yet, what's in this box. So, this is the pretty box art. And this is the creative team.
There's a really cool like Mjolnir on the top side of the box that you have on the table. The one that's on the table.
Oh.
Really cool.
Ooh. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Leave it to Kitty to know all of the details about this before. Did you look, Kitty?
I did.
Okay, so she looked. Okay.
Oh, as soon as it was on the table, she was.
Of course. She was. She has like a.
Order.
But also she has like a Thor sense. like she's like, she probably came in this morning and was like, oh, Thor's in the building? I smell Thor.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Yep.
I
Now what does a Thor smell like? Discuss.
Plastic.
Whoa. This is a cool accessory. This is really heavy too. Is this made of metal? No. It has to be yeah. It has a metal chain. This is Surtur's skull that can be magnetically attached to the back of the figure.
Take it out.
Take it out?
Yeah.
It's heavy. It's heavy. Okay.
Roy
Kitty
Johnson
open.
on Facebook says that it almost sounds like Road-Worn Thor.
Road-Worn Thor. Ooh, he has 2 Mew Mews.
Oh, just take it.
Ooh, metal Mew Mew. Not metal Mew Mew. This one's so much heavier than the other.
Yeah, the lighter one has a lighter feature.
Why aren't you doing this unboxing? Kitty's like, by the way, the non-metal one has a light up feature.
There you go.
So I feel like you should do this unboxing, but she's camera shy. This is really heavy. Wow. Surtur's skull that can be magnetically attached to the back of the figure. So let me do that, because duh, that sounds amazing. What? Oh yeah, what a sweet belt buckle. I mean, I couldn't pull it off, but you two over there definitely could. Ooh, ooh. What is this fabric?
It's like a baby blanket.
It's really cool feeling. I want a onesie made out of this. This feels really nice. But I'll stop like rubbing my face on Thor. As much as that, you know.
Move along.
Yep. That's not how you should put his hood on, but he does have a hood. I just did this like weird hood thing. Okay. So we were putting this on his back. Oh yeah, that just magnetically. Ooh, look how cool that looks, because then you can like pose the cape around it. Ooh. Ooh. I have to hold him because I don't think he can stand up. Oh, he can. Good job, Thor. He has, this is seriously in the notes. I love descriptions of figures. He has a muscular body with over 30 points of articulation. A muscular body. That's different than, like a lot of times they say like posable body or articulated figure, but for Thor they say muscular body. So that's amazing. And I'm gonna turn him around really quick. because this is a brand new Chris Hemsworth face sculpt, so it's different than the sculpt that we've gotten for the other Thor movies. Ooh. You know what? I didn't think I wanted him, but now I kind of do. If nothing, because I really want this cape, because I'm going to need to, like, somehow figure out a way to fashion this cape into, like, my own cape. So I need a...
You're going to need a few, and then you sew them all together.
Yeah.
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 Sure.
That sounds feasible and in, you know, my financial abilities.
Right.
Cool. So he has 4 pairs of interchangeable hands, including fists. Fists for punching. Ah, caught him. Caught him.
The magnet.
Yeah, the magnet held up real nice. That's great. I'm going to pose him a little bit better so he stands up. Ooh, it's the ankles aren't flat.
Is there a stand?
There is a stand, but it's at the bottom of all these accessories. And wait, I don't have to worry about ruining this for someone. Because I don't unwrap things because I don't want to, like, someone to be like, oh, she unboxed everything on my figure.
Complete opposite of an unboxing.
Yeah, this is a let's play. Which is what I'm officially calling it. Anyway. Ooh. Oh, I really like this figure. Gosh, he's so cool. Ooh, hold on. Gimme. Look at all this. Boom. Now we can turn him around. He has hair in his back, which... No. He has long hair, which he doesn't have hair on his back. He has long hair that goes down to his back. So since it's not like hair, it's not synthetic. What is the word I'm looking for? It's sculpted hair. So you can't really like move his head back like this because his hair's there, or else you'll break his hair, which is bad. So okay, so I was talking about his accessories. He has fists for punching, relaxed hands for chilling, open hands for throwing Mjolnir, and then 1 pair of hands for holding Mjolnir. So if he has a pair for holding Mjolnir, does that mean, like, in theory, he could have, like, both at the same time and be like, what? How much am I, like, making your brain hurt right now?
That happens in comic books.
He holds 2?
Yeah.
When does he hold 2?
I think in the Jason Aaron stuff.
Ah, he holds 2 in the Jason Aaron stuff.
The female Thor's also held 2 hammers.
Caesar Islas in YouTube says, I wonder if Tim thinks this is the best cape ever made. I will ask Tim, but he most likely will not think that. And he definitely won't rub it all over his face like I just did, because that was really weird and awkward. Ooh, he comes with lightning. Ooh, this lightning goes around Mew Mew. Does the lightning light up? Blue-colored LED light-up Mjolnir with lightning effect accessory that can be attached to the weapon. What? I don't think this is how you attach it, but it's how I'm going to right now. So I want to, like, hold it up. That's what lightning sounds like in my head. This is lightning. It's not thunder. Thunder's like...
Is that what it sounds like?
This is why I don't do sound effects, because everybody makes fun of them whenever I do them. Okay, so he has a new tailored armor as well, which is really cool. So basically this is like a brand new Thor. So he has a new face sculpt, new armor, new body.
Do the chains magnet to him too? With the
Oh, I don't know. Probably. How do you attach the chains to the thing? I don't want to do it wrong. Ooh, this is all plastic wrapped.
Because all I can think is that scene from the trailer where he like rolls down in the chains and it's like, bet you're wondering how I got here.
Oh, well, it doesn't look like there's enough chains to all roll him up. I'm sorry, Kitty, you can't chain up Thor. The best part is that, like, I was thinking about, so Thor has chains, and the last Loki had a set of handcuffs. So you can just, like, chain and cuff Loki and keep them in 6th scale dungeons if you want. Poor guys. Please ask Susan why she keeps saying Mew Mew. Because you should probably go watch a Thor movie. That's what Kat Dennings' character calls it in the Thor movies, because she can't say Mjolnir, so she calls it Mew Mew. Yeah. You guys got that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Just think you were crazy.
Well, I do think I'm a cat most of the time.
Yeah, there you go.
So there's that.
Josh on Facebook says carrying the skull on his back all day will make him Thor.
Josh in Facebook says carrying a skull on his back all day will make him Thor. That's amazing.
I like Joe Lombardo's comment.
My boss is hanging over my shoulder watching Susan say Mew Mew. That's the best.
I love Joe's boss.
Hi, Joe's boss. So anyway, wow, this needs to go this way now. Cool. Well, that is what we have for Thor. He is currently on pre-order right now. So if you go to sideshow.com/roadworn, that is sideshow.com/roadworn. Is it on the bottom? Yeah. You can pre-order him right now. I will be doing that after this show because of the cape.
just the cape.
Well, that and
And the muscular body.
well, I mean, the muscular body's like, you know, someone says, does he come with interchangeable hands for massage? Kitty's figure does, but the rest of them don't.
What?
Oh, I love that she didn't hear that. That's amazing.
I'm gonna watch the video playback.
I'm not going to repeat it because she didn't hear what was just said. I also really like this metal Mjolnir, since you guys don't understand my Mew Mew jokes. Anyway, Mjolnir, aka Mew Mew. So we have another video to show you, and when we come back, Zach Rohn is going to come talk about the legendary scale Batman. You're watching Sideshow Live. We will be right back. Are you? Zach's back. Yay! We are talking with special guest Zach Rohn, and on a giant, he's on like a giant cart behind us, and he is also giant. We have the Batman Legendary Scale figure behind us. This guy was first seen at San Diego Comic-Con this year. He was on a podium facing the DC booth so he could watch over his dominion. That's what I like to think he was doing. He was just like, oh my God. Like, it was really cool. So we had amazing feedback from fans and collectors. And this is an inspiration from various comic book sources.
Yeah.
So tell us more about your role in the creation of this figure.
Well, long story short, this Batman has been worked on for a while by multiple artists and a lot of talented people. And when it came back into the fold, I had the pleasure to get a once-over. We had most of it figured out, the pose, the idea behind it. We knew that it's legendary, so we're going to, have a full fabric costume. And,
that's amazing.
And, the sculpted elements are going to be so big that we can get the detail in it to almost be seamless. So it feels like, leather. And actually a really fun fact, those laces are fabric laces, and they're awesome.
So he has real laces on his boots.
Yeah, Tim made sure that was a thing. So.
That's amazing.
But yeah, so, there was a lot of talented people that already had pulled this thing together, and then I had the pleasure of just kind of looking at the skin that was stretched over him and like saying, what do these gauntlets really look like? What does this belt really look like? Where are the seam lines going to go? Some subtle things with the mask that I'm so happy I put them in there.
So tell us more about those. I know how excited you are about the elements in the mask.
Can we zoom in on the mask? Can we?
Yeah, we
Is that a thing?
zoom in while he talks.
Sorry. Well, right now, in between his eyes.
Look towards the mic.
Yeah.
Sorry. In between his eyes, instead of him like scowling and making a look, I just put the bat ears, the logo in there, and so this is like I tried to put as many, if he's Batman.
There's like a bat symbol up in his brow.
But it looks like, he's in most good Batman masks, he's a little pissed and intimidating, so I was just, we were already adding some subtle seam lines because it's a composite leather mask, Bruce Wayne is sourcing all these materials. Sorry, spoiler alert, Batman's Bruce Wayne. We knew that we're going to have seam lines on it, like, there's hard elements to his thing, but yeah, throwing those little ears right there just really made my year.
I'm gonna measure.
And also making those aggressive lines on the side. I've seen that before in some Batmans, and I really wanted to bring that back in. I think as many aggressive shapes as possible on a bat figure is pretty great. But we have the belt is another thing that I'm really, really stoked about. I don't know.
This thing is. I'm just laughing because this thing is like 3 feet 8 inches tall. It's 44 inches. I know it says approximately 43 on the product page, but I just measured it. It's actually closer to 44.
Buff toddler.
Yeah, it is. It is the size of a small child. That's crazy. I just took a look at it and was like, oh my god, this thing is like over half of my height. Like standing next to him. I'm not hitting him. I know from that angle it looks like I'm close. I'm not really close. But like he's still taller than me. Standing here. That's crazy. That's crazy.
He's good looking.
He's so good looking. Okay. You kind of talked about the brow. Are there any elements of this piece that you like besides that? Like little touches that you added that you think that everybody wants to know about?
Yeah, we're I was struggling for a minute thinking about, are we really going to go classic where he's just wearing, leather gauntlets? We're not talking like OG purple gloves, but like classic leather gauntlets with some spikies in it. Or are we going to go like Capullo where he's got like full metal gauntlets that are made out of metal, and then he's got like these short little stubby ones? Are we going to go, Dark Knight Returns? Anyway, so we were talking about a mixture of all of them, and I don't know if you can tell that there's some straps on the inside, but it's one piece, and then there's like composite material that's riveted to the top of it. He's got also like enforced knuckles, and it's almost sorry.
Yeah,
Whoops.
It's just a really directional mic, so the second you turn around, they can't
bummer.
hear you.
Okay, so his gauntlets have like composite armor material that's attached to it and riveted, and it's like multi layers, and it has leather, it has canvas materials. We're not talking real, but in world.
Yeah.
Batman is sourcing all these different materials. Also, his little bat booty shorts are notches leather, which I love. We were able to get something that looks a little stretchier on the sides, so he can do a flip and do some splits in the air and get a little acrobatic. But something that was that's other than the logo and his cowl and just.
Wait, tell us about the logo. What about the logo?
Well,
the logo in the cowl, or
no,
there's something cool about the logo?
I'm saying, like, what makes Batman Batman is his silhouette, his ears, his shoulder line, his logo.
His cape.
Yeah, his cape.
That's, silhouette.
Also, I don't know if this is true. I hope it's true, and I'm afraid to touch it. I think that when Tim made this cape, or originally, I don't know if it's this one, I I think that it can close completely or almost close.
Oh, so
and
he
so
can
it
be
like it drapes down.
Whoa!
So like, and that was
You
a
can't.
conversation that we had. Like, is this a Superman cape where it's completely coming up? I think that's called a. Don't murder me, Tim. I think that's called like a half cape, or it's not. It's not designed when you have it laid out. It's not a full circle almost. And when you have someone that's like a mage or a like someone that's wearing a cool Jedi cloak, that's the one that's a full circle that like drops in the middle. And when I think of Batman, when you draw Batman, he's able to kind of like. He bird it up and just like
he's
just
like a bat watching on the tops of the Gotham.
I don't know why I said bird, a bat, obviously. But the belt is another thing that was really. You can go a lot of different ways with the belt. What's classic? What is classic? There's been so many good iterations of this thing that it's like, where are we going to go? So we decided to do a little bit of everything.
That's amazing.
Is that? Can I keep talking about this belt?
You can keep talking about the
right.
belt. Someone wants to know if the pouch is open.
Don't.
Don't. Okay.
Yeah.
That means no. Oh, they do open.
No.
I just can't touch them.
I just did. I was really shooting to put things in the pouches, but
don't touch the pouches, guys.
like little legendary scale granola bars,
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Like those Ewok treats that
or like lembas bread.
Oh, lembas bread. That was so good. Okay, so I'm not that crazy knowledgeable about this belt, but when I was pulling reference material, I wasn't doing as much research as I did just before this. So now I know like dates of stuff when it actually happened, but I know that I was originally inspired by these paintings of I just read that it was like a 2012 book, but they look like they're older than that, but it's this really cool painted metal version of the bat belt like opening up. I don't know if you've seen this, and it's like this book that's like, check out Batman's utility belt, and it's really cool, but it looked really specific, saying that like this is the metal belt that has like the pods on it, and each one like unscrews. It's the whole thing is like contained. And because I know the Adam Hughes, or no, wrong. Adam, what's his name? Come on, 60s Batman. Please.
Oh, Adam
West. Yeah, Adam Hughes is an illustrator. Adam West, his bat belt it's got some cool classic like weird looking pouches that are a little stiff and like they're a little small. But I kept seeing these designs it was in like I think it's after 1939, but it's when Batman's belt started to become something that was his like greatest tool, and they started to be like, okay, he's got gas pellets in him. Each canister around has something specific. Okay, now the spaces in between just look like a normal belt, but if you open them up, they have different types of batarangs that are in them. And actually Miller, I just learned this, in the 80s, is the first guy that introduced the military pouches to Batman.
Oh, wow.
And it took all that time to get there, which, please, if I'm wrong, I'm so sorry, but I thought that was a little...
That's really cool.
And so, like, I loved adding the entire, everything, because, like, Batman can have stuff that goes into little containers. He has stuff that goes into pouches. We obviously didn't do a batarang or any, like, crazy gear attached to it, but...
I feel like...
He Mary Poppins that shit, Like,
yeah.
He just...
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
The Batman statue collector wants to know what was the most challenging aspect of creating Batman in this scale.
Oh, the detail. The detail, what were we going to push and what was going to be a squinty-eyed, that looks exactly like my version of everyone's version of Batman, where, maybe if you're looking at some details, you can get caught up in the idea of, oh, this is here and it should be over there. But I think the challenging part was weighing how could we make this Batman and not just a specific type of Batman, but like the feeling. And that's how I feel like we try and tackle everything here. Unless it's a movie license or a specific version of something. Usually if it's like, make Batman, make Superman, like this is going to be our Superman, it's like, well, who is Superman, and like what kind of body does he have? And Batman, we already had the pose, and we already had like the demeanor that he was going to have. This is going to be a what is it called? A museum piece. So it's going to be very stoic, and he's going to be standing there presenting himself. So he's not going to be showing you his stuff or like presenting an action or holding a crazy cool gadget. He's just him.
There.
And so like, how could we make just someone standing there? It's Batman, but you know, how could we make that still like something that's a presence?
Yeah.
And so that I think that was the difficult but fun and challenging part of it. You know, that's the best part of the job is, you know, when this stuff happens.
Do you have any plans for like a Superman, or are we going to complete the Trinity with Wonder Woman?
I'm definitely not the guy to talk about.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
But I mean, look at this thing. It's gorgeous. You know, I wouldn't say that wouldn't be a fun idea, and I would definitely love to draw something like that in the future.
That's awesome. So what is the coolest thing you learned in your research, James Dewberry and YouTube wants to know?
Could you say that again?
What is the coolest thing you learned in your research? I mean, it doesn't have to be anything that even made the statue. Like if you just learned something cool about Batman in your research.
Yeah, I think it was the piece of knowledge that I just like vomited out.
Yeah, okay. So
it was,
rewind and then replay it.
No, I'll say it again because I really thought it was interesting. Batman was invented without a utility belt. He just had a yellow belt. And then in 1939, it turns out that they needed him to like have stuff on him. So they put canisters all around his yellow cool belt. And then, which included like gas pellets, I think like a radio control thing and whatever. A batarang isn't even used until like years later.
Wow.
So like he didn't even need to store stuff like that. This dude was using kung fu, and I think he had throwing knives at some point. like Batman's just been pretty awesome. But yeah, I really like the idea that it's like I can't believe that thought of he didn't have crazy big pouches until Miller was like, "Gotta draw some big pouches on this guy, you know, and make him really big, and his pouches are big, and he's a brick now." Check it.
A couple of different people want to know your favorite version of Batman, favorite Bat movie, favorite Bat artist. It's like 3 huge questions.
Well, I think I can answer all of them with one answer, and that's Bruce Timm. Yes. But I could say arguably that like my favorite Batman movies, and I will stand in a bare knuckle fist fight arguing this that Return of the Joker is one of the all-time like just greatest stories of Batman. Hold on.
Okay. No,
I'm especially because of the flashback sequences.
No, I'm just interested. I'm not judging. I don't judge. I show interest.
And then I'm going to say another one. It's probably going to piss people off.
No.
Under the Red Hood.
Under the Red Hood's great.
I love that movie.
Under the Red Hood
It's
is
so good. It's so good. And they show you all these different little aspects of Batman and like the issues between him and Nightwing.
Yeah, totally.
And then
it's
they
like
show
a really
you.
good Bat family film.
I didn't think I would love that Joker, and that Joker like grew on me so hard. Like he was creepy and good, and like that Joker. I don't need anyone to try and do that Joker again.
Yeah.
I'm happy that is that. And I'm okay with seeing it as an Elseworlds thing, but they talked even about like the tensile strength of like the bat line and like only a certain type of knife can that's like the nerd shit nerd schmear the nerd spread that I like to see. And so I think that even that had flashbacks. I think I like flashbacks. And
what about how do you feel about like Mask of the Phantasm?
Okay. That goes right next to like Gone with the Wind and Star Wars and all those things for me, because it's like those movies helped shape my youth.
Yeah.
But the stories aren't necessarily as fast paced or as like in depth as I'm into things now. But you know, I love Mask of the Phantasm.
That's like my ultimate.
Yeah, of course.
Like
also the spoiler alert, that villain.
Oh my God.
Woo! So yeah, and the fact that Batman Beyond, they bring her back, and you're like, she's just like old woman, and she's still doing it. Are you kidding me? But yeah, I think Beyond has always got a real soft spot for Beyond, and especially because you got cranky old Bruce. It was Kevin, and you know they brought a lot of people back, and then they brought Hamill back, and And then it just really worked because he was like punchy enough, and he was like way more in your face and in depth. And I love that other cut of when I forget what's his name. The clown, the Joker gang dude that challenges him in the room. But yeah. Anyway,
that's
all.
Amazing. I love that.
Yeah. So I really like those movies, I guess.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Batman and Robin, Silver Suit.
Someone actually wants to know Kilmer or Clooney if they were the only two.
Oh,
someone's asking that. Ian Musgrave.
Are you kidding me? Val Kilmer for life. Val Kilmer for life. Val Kilmer for life. That movie is also really good. It's just a stage show though. It's great.
So when I was being teased in junior high, fun fact, my birthday was the release date of Batman Forever, and I was so excited about that movie coming out in 1996. I was in 8th grade, and all the girls made fun of me because that's what I wanted to do for my birthday, was go see Batman Forever.
I guess maybe I didn't... Sorry, I listened to your story just now, but I was thinking about something
No.
else.
My story doesn't matter. You're the guest. You are the guest.
I try to do that with my girlfriend. It's like I've acknowledged what you said, but I'm thinking about something else, and I'm trying not to be rude.
It's fine. Don't.
I think my answer was also a little unfair because I only picked animated stuff, even though that was my favorite.
But your favorite is your favorite because to me Batman's Kevin Conroy,
exactly,
and then also Michael Keaton, like because that was growing up. But like Kevin Conroy, when you think of Batman, you think of like. For me, it's the animated series, being a child watching the animated series, therefore it's Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that Burton and that small little franchise, not small, but those two movies like shaped and changed everything that we know now about that character.
Yeah.
And so you have to just hold it up for them.
Yeah.
But then there's certain things about the character and about the richness of what DC did in comics for a while, that Schumacher really like. Am I saying? Yeah. I mean, dude, there's some things that he brought to Gotham that were like, oh my god, that took what Burton was doing and just like cranked up the lot of stuff. Anyway, so I appreciate it.
I agree. I appreciate that as well. I also really appreciate what Nolan did when he just like brought it back to the streets.
To Chicago.
Yeah. To Chicago. We have a couple more questions for you.
Shoot.
For James Newberry wants us to pose the cape. And I've actually been specifically instructed by the project managers not to touch the cape because it was posed very specifically.
No capes.
And this is still in like a project stage. So I'm not. No one but the project managers are supposed to touch it.
And designers.
Yes. So how many poses did you have to choose between when you were? I feel like that question is like a billion, but
what for this?
For this, how many poses were you looking at?
Oh, well, I kind of also answered that earlier. I didn't. The pose was already set in stone before I came in here.
There you go.
The only thing that we did when this was revitalized as a project, because this was actually started, I don't know if I'm doing something naughty right now, but this was started a while ago. We had this in the works for like a couple of years.
We talk about that though
off
on
and
the
on,
show
yeah.
Because like whenever our audience is very aware that some projects can take like 6 months and some projects can take years to perfect, and this was obviously one that we needed time to get right.
Yeah, and if it wasn't right at the time, then they were like, okay, well, we're Sideshow, we can take our time. But the pose was already there. The only thing that we had some of the sculptors do, and then we had digital sculptors, and Alfred was doing a physical, just like beef up of this dude physically. Mm-hmm. So we did that with like, I think it was wet clay, and that's pretty awesome. Like on top of the mold printout of what we had, and so just to like give him all the
like,
veiny bits
boom.
And like but yeah. So I think that what we just did was enhance. That's all we did. Yeah.
I appreciate the reference.
All right.
Cool. Well, Batman, this legendary scale figure, goes on sale tomorrow between noon and 3 p.m. Pacific time. So if you would like to RSVP for him to be the first to know when he goes on sale, you can go to sideshow.com/BatmanLSF. That's going to be like right here, BatmanLSF. So sideshow.com/BatmanLSF. Thank you so much for coming on again, Zach.
Thank you.
That's awesome. We're so happy to have you. We have another video, and then we will be unboxing Wolverine and giving him away. Well, this is awesome. I get to do 2 unboxings today. So this is the Wolverine Sixth Scale figure, and this is the one that we are giving away. So if you go to sideshow.com/live contest, you can enter for your chance to win this exact Wolverine that I unbox right here and have been touching awkwardly while I talk. So let's just get right into unboxing him, shall we? I remembered that the camera wasn't on me this time. Therefore, I did not just start unboxing him while you guys were still watching the video. So, yay! Learning. What? This is in the way. Move this way. Jimmy says move this way. I move this way. These are some claws on the box art. I think that's cool though. I really like box art. Box art's great. But you guys aren't here to see box art. You're here to see Wolverine and his gel. Ooh. Oh. Well, there's like this big pack of silica gel on top of him, so I had to take it off in order to get him. Wow. Okay, I don't want to leave plastic on your head. Can't be suffocating. Okay, so Wolverine comes with 2 swap out heads. One is masked, one is unmasked. Ooh, he's really articulate, man. Look at that. Okay. Man, this is a cool body. Like, the Wolverine has been in our, like, Kitty and my after party for a while. By the way, if you're hanging out after the show, you are going to want to go hang out on Instagram for the after party where we, like, check out everything. You guys keep being like, oh, Pepper's behind me. Oh, this is, like, oh, I see Carnage, blah, blah, blah. Like, that, come to the after party. That's where we talk about all those statues and figures that are behind. And Easter eggs for things that might be shipping soon. Oh my gosh. Come on, open. This is what it's actually like unboxing things with me. I'm like, oh, I want the box open. I want to play with my figure faster. Whoa. That's neat. It's like for his unmasked portrait. Ooh, I'm going to put that on. Hey, person who wins this at sideshow.com/live contest, I've opened up everything. I usually try not to do that, but this one is like going to be super open. Sorry. Cool. So where is it? So this has a magnet, so it's going to stick somewhere. Stick. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, this is cool. Rawr. That's the sound that Wolverine makes. I'm being super accurate with sounds today. I think he sticks right there. Anyway, let's get him on his stand so I can show you some of his accessories. He comes with a lot of accessories. This is part of our Marvel 6th Scale line. And have I mentioned you can win him? Have I mentioned I opened up your whole prize? Sideshow.com/live contest. This is really cool. Yep, Wolverine says "rawr." Anyway, wow. Oh, I need a tourney thingy. Are these metal? These aren't, I think these are metal. These feel like metal. Fists with extended claws. It doesn't say if it's metal or not, but feels like metal. Look at that. Rawr. That's just what I'm going to keep saying until I annoy you all. Between Mew Mew and rawr, and tourney thingy, and whatever the sounds thunder and lightning makes, I'm on a roll today. So he comes with a lot. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. He is obviously in his brown and tan suit. This is like the original costume. No.
No original with the shoulder pad.
Oh, right. The original is the Yep.
With the whiskers.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. So he has a uniquely designed body for him. So it's a Wolverine body, which is why you can see he's a little bit thicker up top where the like pecs and the shoulders are, so he can like hunch over. I always think of Wolverine like as like being really stocky. Like in the comics he's always like shorter and just like kind of more like stocky and like brawler, like a brawler. Anyway, he comes with a masked portrait and unmasked Logan portrait with a separate pullback cowl. He has 2 pairs of interchangeable arms. Ooh. So he has interchangeable arms. He has like the gun show. That's what I'm going to unofficially call these arms. The gun show. So it's neutral pose and flex pose. So this is neutral pose. And this is flex pose, aka the gun show, because that's what it really is. He has gauntlets for the left and right. He has fists. He has grabby hands. These are grabby hands.
Grabby hands, yeah.
They're called grip hands, but come on. Grabby hands. And then these feel like metal. Can we get like they're very sharp and they feel like metal. Someone just asked, does it come with a Susan signed certificate if she does break it? If I do break it, then yeah, I'll sign something and put it in the box. Sorry. XOXO, Susan.
You could do claws and gun show combo to do the
claws.
Thing, you know what I mean? The whole Wolverine cross claws.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like this. Yep. There you go. So he has detailed sculpted boots. I like the boots like this. I'm not going to be honest. I really like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, but before like the first X-Men movie where Hugh Jackman was Wolverine, I never picked up a Wolverine book. Like Hugh Jackman was how I got into liking Wolverine, which is why things like, is this the original? I don't know what the original looks like. I know that he showed up in a Hulk book before he showed up in his own book, but like that's the kind of stuff that I don't know.
I wonder what Zach would say about that.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say maybe you should come back and talk about Wolverine. No? No, okay. So, this is everything you get with the Wolverine. And you can go win him. Oh, he's shipping right now. Sorry, I'm mixing messages. He's shipping right now. So if you'd like to purchase him, you can go to sideshow.com/getwolverine, or you can enter for your chance to win this exact figure, complete with dropped claw fist and everything that I opened. Because this is a really cool figure and I just really, really wanted to play. And sometimes you just really, really wanted to play. That's how it works. So, Sideshow.com/live contest to enter for your chance to win this exact Wolverine. We have a video. It's a really cool video. It's a very fast one, but it's Alex Ross talking about those epic He-Man and Skeletor prints that we talked about on the show a little while ago. So we are going to be showing that, and then we will be having a Q&A. So ask all the questions. We like answering questions from you, so ask us stuff. And then we'll be announcing winners and giving some more things away. So you're watching Sideshow Live. We'll be right back.
for many, many years, I've been wanting to do a sort of assembly piece of the Masters of the Universe that I was really ambitious to try and pull in as many of those characters as I could, which I wasn't necessarily fully familiar with all of them because those toys came in a little late for my youth. But I saw some of the cartoons, I saw the toys, I really liked the character designs. I admire the graphic approach to what those craftsmen did. And I always thought, if I can take my art style and try and make them look fully believable as natural bodybuilder, really blown up body types, you know, try and adapt them with the exact same costume details from that original line of toys. That's what I was trying to satisfy in creating this piece.
You're back. I'm back. We're all back. I just chugged coffee. You're watching Sideshow Live. We are, first off, that's a really cool Alex Ross video that we just watched. Alex Ross is such an awesome person, and it was really cool to watch him talk about those prints. They are still available for pre-order, so if you go to sideshow.com/AlexRossMotu, you can still pre-order the set, and that's pretty cool. So we're going to start with our Q&A, so keep the questions coming, and that's really cool. So we have Kitty and Chicky, who are over in Facebook. We have Peter over in YouTube, and we're gonna just ask away. So you have so many things to talk about.
Creighton on Facebook wants to know if you think that Wolverine or Freddy Krueger would win in a claws to the death match.
Wolverine, so Clayton in Facebook? Creighton in Facebook wants to know who would win in a claws to the death match, Wolverine or Freddy Krueger. Well, I think that question, I'm going to just go full nerd on him. Where are they fighting? What is the situation? Are they in the dreamscape, like in the boiler room? Are they in the Marvel universe? Like, where are they fighting? I need to know all this information to give you a fair answer.
I mean, if they're fighting in a forest in Canada somewhere.
Yeah, if they're fighting in a forest in Canada, I think Wolverine might have a bit of an advantage.
Exactly.
So there you go. Sorry wants to know, question for the Q&A is just the chance for... Wait, what? Okay, I don't understand your question. Sorry. We have to move on because I don't know that...
Are we doing any Batman metal stuff?
Are we doing any Batman metal stuff, especially the Bat Who Laughs? Oh, maybe. The answer for all questions that are we making this? This would be cool if. When is this coming? The answer to all of them is maybe, soon, possibly. Yeah? Those are
There you go.
We hope so. Those are all answers. Someone wants to know, Ian Musgrave wants to know, will the NYCC live streams run in tandem on Facebook and YouTube? The answer is yes, like 99% of the time. Sometimes we might go rogue on one channel or the other, so you probably should subscribe to both.
Mostly Instagram.
Mostly we go rogue on Instagram. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Wing on Facebook wants to know what your favorite Wolverine costume is.
Wing on Facebook wants to know my favorite Wolverine costume. I like all of him. I feel like all his costumes... You can't ask me stuff like this because I overthink it because I'm like, well, different costumes serve different purposes. Like, what era are you talking about? Personally, I always go for the 90s cartoon costume because that's when I watched the 90s cartoon, but I wasn't really into Wolverine.
I always feel like Wolverine is his costume.
Yeah. Like, does it really matter what Wolverine wears? Sometimes he's shirtless and in jeans and he still, like, kicks butt. So... The lumberjack shirt? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So there's the lumberjack shirt. We all agree that the lumberjack shirt is the best costume.
There you go.
Yes.
90s flannel.
Okay. Who in the room has the biggest figure or statue collection, and what is your favorite piece? That's Chicky.
Everyone's looking at Chicky.
Chicky has the biggest statue collection, and what is her favorite piece?
I guess I do have a favorite.
Technically, yes, you do. It's far bigger than anybody's.
I like Skeletor so far.
Skeletor. That's awesome. Chicky's favorite is Skeletor. That makes me scared.
What a wonderful day for evil.
Yeah, yeah. I just hear Chicky going,
I do that.
She does do that. So yeah, okay, that's really awesome. But now I want to know, because everyone in here has a collection. So now that we've gotten through Chicky's, what is Kitty's favorite piece in her collection?
I'm not going to include Jane Foster because she's coming in, but I don't
Okay,
have
the
her
ones
yet.
that you have,
The
we're
ones
discounting
that I have,
pre-orders.
My favorite is Knife Head from Pacific Rim.
Kitty's favorite is Knife Head from Pacific Rim.
With the little
Jim-
light up
Jim-
boat.
You have two.
Yeah.
It doesn't
But
count.
it's for a good reason.
Okay. Do they go together?
No.
Oh.
One is Hulk from Avengers Age of Ultron. Just because
Hulk
it's-
from Avengers, the maquette from it,
Yeah.
the like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
That
one.
one's awesome.
Yeah.
And then my other favorite is the Arkham Asylum Joker.
The Arkham Asylum Joker.
Because
You like figures that go like this.
yeah, that's no, but like it's the only figure. It's the only figure I have that's like fully top to bottom in costume. And
So it's all the fabric?
Having all that fabric like elements that just kind of work together. Is
Yeah,
so,
the fabric elements on any PF are like amazing when they have them, especially top to bottom, because you can like pose those coattails too.
Yeah, right.
Cool. All right, producer, you're.
Oh, I just got only one figure.
What is it?
It's a stormtrooper in samurai's armor.
Oh, that's a great figure. That's awesome. Stormtrooper in samurai armor is amazing.
Probably the old Venom comic.
The old Venom comiquette. Ooh, that's a great one.
The original Thor PF.
The original Thor PF. I'm just going to keep posing like these figures and hope that all of you understand what I'm doing.
I don't know. It's either the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the tendrils and stuff.
Yep.
Or
hmm
Snake Plissken.
Or Snake Plissken. Ooh, both really good. And mine is probably. Oh, I love my Isla Sakura PF. She's great, and I haven't talked about her enough in my collection. Cool. Peter. Peter's is the Hellboy Samaritan prop replica, the original. Oh, that's a great choice. Oh, I can't pose for that one. Is that one like, that's like, or it's that way? I thought it's like that way. Gun show?
Hailing air traffic.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that. The exits are on this side. Cool. Susan, how long have you worked for Sideshow, and what is your favorite part of the day when working? I've worked for Sideshow for over 4 years now. My favorite part of the day is like the whole day. Is the whole day. I love every second of working for Sideshow. I think that's true for like everybody here too. We have such a great group of people that like I've never worked at a job where there's like I like everybody and like I can interact with everybody, and it's just like always a really awesome interaction. So it's really cool. Vermin Gonzalez wants to know, do you guys have competition as to who has the coolest collection among the Sideshow staffers? No, because we would all win and lose simultaneously. Because we all have really cool collections, and we all collect really different things. Like even if you just go into the design room, you'll see like the variations on just collections. Like we have someone who collects a lot of art prints and a lot of like 6th scale weapons. And then someone who collects like Pusheen and Harry Potter, and then someone who collects like aliens and mechs, and then someone who collects like other creatures that sometimes she makes herself because she's an artist in her own right. So it's like, it's just crazy the like the variation on, you can't compare. How do you compare a collection of like comic books to a collection of like things that I made myself? It's different and none of it's wrong. All of it's great. So no, we don't have competitions because we would all win and we would all lose. It's fantastic. Art wants to know, are you going to open a Hulkbuster on the live show in the near future? Yeah. Yeah. If I say yes, does that mean I get to? Yes, I'm gonna. Yes, I'm gonna.
Brock said, watching you without sound is like watching an animated flight attendant.
Watching me without sound. Brock says, watching me without sound is like watching an animated flight attendant. I get called a Muppet a lot. So it's possible that, I could be an animated flight attendant Muppet. So there you go. Art Gutierrez wants to know, what comics are you reading right now? Like all of us?
You're on the show right now. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot. Both, like, especially between Kitty and I think we'd name like the whole Marvel lineup. I'm really looking forward to going to get Legacy today.
Yeah.
Can we go after the
Yes.
show? Okay, so Kitty and I are going to go after the after party to go pick Legacy, just so it doesn't get spoiled. So that's cool. Someone wants statues based on American Werewolf in London. Yeah! The answer is possibly, maybe. We hope so. That's the answer to all of those.
For you,
For
about
me.
artists, what other comic artists would you like to see Sideshow do a collection of? Like we have
Can we get them on the phone?
I would love to see, oh man.
Repeat the question.
Okay, the question is, Sideshow does artist series with statues, and the question is, what other artists would we like to see? I know, I was like, Scotty Young. I would love to see a Scotty Young collaboration at some point. I would love to see, I'd love to see a Bruce Timm collaboration now that we were talking about him. Wow. Kitty, I know, has some suggestions. I think Kitty, one of her favorites is Russell Dodderman.
My top three would be Russell because of the shapes of his
shapes.
line art. They're very fluid. Jamie McKelvey because he has amazing fashion designs for his characters.
Oh, the
and
fashion.
Fiona Staples.
Fiona Staples. I would kill for a Fiona Staples collection. Kill. I was trying to think. I was like, kill. I would kill, but I wouldn't. Oh my God, a Fiona Staples collection would be amazing.
Classic angle, Frank Miller.
Frank Miller. Oh, Frank Miller. I was also thinking Greg Capullo would be great, but you'd want a Batman collection from him. Yeah.
In the comments, we're getting a lot of Adam Hughes and Jim Lee.
We have done Adam Hughes. Just saying.
That's been before my time.
I have the Adam Hughes Rogue. That's like one of my favorites. So Sasari has informed me that since the British guy is calling me a Muppet, it's an insult over there.
We know that.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Vermin Gonzalez also wants to know what we're dressing up as for Halloween. I think you're just going to have to tune in and see, since I'm sure we'll live stream it. We have some We have a plan. It's a really great plan. So there you go.
10%.
Have you ever created your own superhero character? Yeah, I think we all have. I definitely have. Yeah. Anyway. What is your favorite horror movie? From Spartan X. I think I've answered this on the show before. My favorite horror movie is the original Halloween. There's nothing that has scared me more or since. I was too young to see it when I saw it. I hid behind the couch. My dad loved horror movies, and I hid behind the couch, and he would pause horror movies, and he'd be like, if you're going to sneak out of bed to watch it, you better watch it. So then I would have to climb over the couch and actually watch the movie. I wasn't like, if I was going to sneak out of bed, I needed to watch it. So yeah.
I think everybody's done that.
Yeah, I think that's...
I did for Poltergeist.
Poltergeist?
Yeah.
So Dennis did it for Poltergeist. Whew, that's also scary.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have any more questions on Facebook, or should I start to announce some winners? Winners. Okay, so we have a winner in YouTube for a Captain Phasma 6th scale figure, and that's going to C Walker 67. So C Walker 67, you are the winner in YouTube. You are going to want to email social@sideshow.com and write Captain Phasma in the subject line, and then where you would like your Captain Phasma shipped in the body of the email. So that is awesome. Congratulations at CWalker67. Woohoo! So last week we unboxed a 1/6 scale Darth Vader, and that winner is Haley Juden from the UK. UK represent today. What's going on there? So yeah. So much UK. Oh, we have our Brit with his pinky up, drinking his water to represent his country. So we're just waiting on the Facebook winner, which needs to be passed to me. Yeah, cool. I'll answer another question while. I don't want to answer that question. No, I'm not answering the question that I saw. Brock Sager is the winner in YouTube, and Brock, you for Facebook. Brock Sager won in Facebook, and you won a 6th scale Yoda in Facebook. So congratulations, Brock. Woohoo! So Brock, you're going to want to email social@sideshow.com, subject line Yoda 6th scale, and then where you want it shipped in the body of the email. That is what we have for winners today. I hear that you guys also got some sort of code. That's a cool incentive to watch. So what did we see today? We showed you the Magneto and the Brotherhood of Mutants art print. We showed you a first look by unboxing Road-Worn Thor. Wow, that's hard to say. Road-Worn Thor. Road-Worn Thor. You guys learned what Mew Mew means.
There you go.
What? Education. That's what it's about. Anyway.
Bringing value.
Yes, this is the value that we bring to the table here. You guys learned what Mew Mew means. You learned that things go raw and what lightning sounds like. Anyway, we did a feature on the legendary scale Batman figure with artist Zach Rohn in the house for a Q&A. That's amazing. I love having Zach on the show, so hopefully he'll be back. We did an unboxing and a giveaway of the Wolverine 6th scale figure. I'm really sorry whoever wins it because I opened everything. That is at sideshow.com/live contest, so even if you're not watching live and you're watching this later, you can still enter for your chance to win. We dropped a promo code. We did 2 live giveaways. We are going to be at New York Comic Con next week. What? That's so exciting. So just remember that we won't be here for our regularly scheduled show because we will be on a plane. And we'll pick up at 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time with our first booth tour of everything we got going on for that. Also, we announced the Mark Brook statue collection last week. We're going to be unveiling it at New York Comic Con with Mark Brooks at the booth. That's going to be super, super exciting. So there's an event page on Facebook so you can know all the times and all the places. So be sure to go to sideshow.com/notify so you can be notified when all of this stuff happens. It shows you step by step how to become notified for all of the different versions of social. And, you know, like when we go live, when we have notifications, all that stuff. So head on over to Instagram right now for the after party with Kitty. Woo! Who knows? I might take over again. That was pretty funny.
That was funny.
It was pretty funny.
I don't have the Vader pointy.
You have claws. You have Wolvie claws. So head on over to the Sideshow Instagram page. That's Sideshow Collectibles on Instagram. And we will be doing the after party. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome week. And don't forget to let your geek side show. Woo!
Hey everyone. Welcome back to How to Be a Poser. Today, we're going to be showing the extremes in a character's personality, illustrating ways to affect everything from strength to menace to unbridled rage. To do that, we're going to be using Sideshow's Wolverine 6th scale figure. Let's get started. Alright, here it is, the 6th scale figure of Wolverine from Sideshow. This is the brown suited version made popular in the 80s, the Chris Claremont days. It's going to come with 2 separate portraits, one masked, one unmasked. Look at the ferocity in those faces. On top of that, you're going to have multiple arm configurations. We'll get to those in a minute. Multiple hands, both bladed and unbladed. Let's see what we can do with this guy. The first thing you're going to want to pay attention to when you're dealing with the Wolverine 6th scale figure here is he has 3 different types of arms. In order to minimize the seams in these bare arm poses of his, Sideshow has given us 3 different sets of arms, 2 of them seamless. So, for what we're going to be doing here today, I'm going to need these. The fully flexed, seamless arms. So, in order to get those on, what we first have to do is just pop these off. If I ever so slightly pull up his sleeve up there, then you can just see that it separates right there. So just gently pull it out. It'll come eventually. Just kind of twist it back and forth as you gently pull down, and then it will eventually pop off. With that done, you'll want to pull the hands off of each arm, which will enable you to slide the gauntlets away. It's one free. Just in case there's any confusion, each arm is clearly labeled R or L, so that you'll know which shoulder to plug them into. Slide the key in, twist it until it's nice and tight, minimize that seam there as much as you can, and then later on, after we effect the pose, we'll try to hide that even more by pulling these sleeves down over his shoulders. So with that done, move on to the second arm. Okay, now this side, just again, find the key, slide the key into the keyhole, and just twist it. It's nice and tight, so you're not going to have to worry about it popping off. Again, minimize that seam. If you get it in there close enough, the seam will actually look like the line of the muscle there. Okay, again, just like with the arms, the gauntlets you'll find are labeled with right and left on the very inside right there. So this guy's going to slide in here. Take that in as far as it'll go. This one over here, again, as far as it'll go. Then for this pose, it's Wolverine. Okay, being really, really cautious when you're using these because they are metal and they are pretty sharp. Just, again, being careful not to bend the blades or to prick yourself with the blades. I'm kind of gripping it by the fist right here and then using my finger to push right here on the closed part of his fist. Okay, what I'm trying to do here with Wolverine is this classic crossed claws pose. And it's challenging, but made all the more easy by these sweet seamless arms that are already as flex as they need to be. When you're trying to get these things crossed, you don't want them to be directly in front of his face, because that face is pretty important. You want that thing to be on display. Rather, what you'd want to do is just have the claws nicely framing his face, creating lines that would just sort of close in around it. So the best way to do that is just by tweaking the arm at this shoulder, raising it up here a little bit, twisting the hand a little bit here. Just kind of eyeball it to the point where you get that look. And once you've done that, then you can move on to the rest of the body. So again, as I've stated many times in other videos, I don't like to have a character facing head on like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist Wolverine, give Wolverine's body just a little bit of a twist like this. And then just to imply some direction, move this leg back and this leg forward. Now, one thing you want to be careful about with this suit is if you bend it forward right here, it's going to have a tendency to bunch up. Just straighten that body up, make that twist like I mentioned before, and then have him bend forward here at the legs. Just move that up a little bit there. We want to give him a nice firm foundation. Once you just get this slightly more aggressive posture, by just giving him a nice, wide, solid stance, slightly more than shoulder width apart, actually a good deal more than shoulder width apart. It's going to suggest aggression, it's going to suggest movement, and it's going to suggest strength. So what I've done is each arm at the shoulder, I've just rotated it up while keeping that angle. You want those fists to be perfectly aligned. That way the length of the blades is just as close as possible to being equidistant on either side of his face. Make sure that body's twisted a little bit and that the suit isn't bunched up by bending him back. Okay, I think that's my pose. Now, as much as you can, come around here and just use your thumbs to push these sleeves as close as you can to the joints on his arms to cover up that seam. Come over here and do the same thing. And there it is. Wolverine's been around for a long time, and there's been a wide variety of interpretations of his character. You're going to be able to pick and choose exactly what you want to do with this guy. How ferocious do you want to have him on your shelf? Do you want the threat of violence? Do you want full-blown berserker rage? It's entirely up to you. You're going to have little difficulty finding something that's going to look awesome on your shelf, and this figure will provide you everything that you need in order to make that happen.